Okay, so I'm just gonna walk the length of my town, take some photos. Hopefully you can hear this. It's very, very windy, so I don't expect this to come out at all. I've got it in my chest, got a new chest mount for the GoPro, so we'll see how that goes. I'm currently at the edge of my town, and I look like a crazy person talking to myself. I could just be on the phone, so I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to walk this way, and oh, the wind! I have to take my hat off. So this is the beginning of Horwich here. Well, this is one of the ends of Horwich here. So what we have here is the Beehive roundabout. This is a really complex roundabout. This is my sister just started to learn has just passed her test, and this is one of the most confusing roundabouts. When she was learning, it was very stressful for her. So this is the Beehive roundabout, named after the Beehive pub. We're going to come up to the Beehive pub. It's the only away supporters pub for the stadium. The Reebok, no, not Reebok. What's it called now? Oh, it changes name. It's because they're not a very good stadium. So they change sponsors every fucking month. They change sponsors like once or twice a year. It's the Tough Sheet Stadium at the minute, I believe. I think. I'm hoping that you can hear me over this wind because you're quite close to my quite close to my face and my chest. So we'll see how that goes. This is a car wash. It's an alright car wash. Just one of them car washes. It's like one of them Turkish barbers. It's just, it's alright. They're everywhere and they're alright. Like nail bars, Turkish barbers, takeaways, or car washes. Welcome to Horwich. So this is a Beehive pub here. Now, I've actually only ever been in once. No, probably more than once, but only once I can remember having a drink. Because the only time I've stayed in this Premier Inn, I was very young, maybe 7 or 8, and we had just moved up here. Well, we were just moving up here, and we basically lived in the Premier Inn for a couple of weeks while we were house shopping, because we moved from Crawley to up here, which is almost 200 something miles. So we couldn't do the round trip every 2 weeks, to go house shopping. So we just stayed up here and went house shopping for like a couple of weeks. We investigated a couple of houses. We chose one, a nice sort of small house with in a nice sort of estate area. Wasn't really rough or anything. So at first we lived in Blackrod, which is over there. We rented a house for about a year or two. We had a couple Christmases there, so it must be 2 years. Very nice house. Had a basement. Only house with a basement I've ever owned, or ever lived in. We've ever owned. My family. I don't live with my family anymore. I live in the centre of Horwich, while they live sort of just about over there, just on the edge of Horwich. They're very nice estate area, and I live in a centre of Horwich which is full of drunks and every Friday night you can look out the window and see someone getting beaten up. Basically, it's great. Lots of car crashes. There was one time a lady crashed into a shop, and she was obviously on drugs, and she was screaming down the phone for her dad to come and get her. So people had to hold her back from running away because she crashed into a shop and was like, "I gotta get out of here." So everyone was like, "You're not moving, you just crashed into a shop." So this is sort of an old person area, lots of lots of rails and everything, lots of low steps for the old people. Nice little area. It's a no cold calling zone, which is nice. I wish everywhere was a no cold calling zone. Friggin' Jehovah's Witnesses. That's the one thing we don't get at my place, is cold callers, because it's the entrance is like after 2 doors, so because it's like a masonette kind of deal. So you don't actually get cold callers. Only problem is it's hard for the postman and the takeaway guys to find you, so you can't like order stuff to the house, or you have to put in very specific instructions and then wait outside for the takeaway guy. You're like, the entrance is here, please, I'll just be stood outside, and then you have to wait outside for your pizza. So there's some nice houses here, pretty nice houses. A lot of them have been done up. A lot of them have been a lot of them had scaffolding on over the years, being done up. They're either newish, or they've been done up very recently. There's a house down here that got completely rebuilt near. It's near the co-op. It's been completely rebuilt from the ground up. It's not great. It's one of those sort of ugly new builds. I don't really like it, but you know, it's nice to have new buildings as opposed to these freezing cold, uninsulated 1930s houses that we all live in here. It must be nice to have a warm house without spending so much money. That's if you get it built properly, anyway. So this is Indispension. It's big sort of trailer manufacturer, like trailers for carrying stuff behind a car, not like a tractor. You know what I mean? If you're an American, you might get confused by that. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's a factory. Looking at it, it's either a factory or a warehouse. Yeah, lots of people work there. Big employer. And one of our bigger employers is just takeaways. Like, everyone in Horwich has worked at a takeaway at some point. My ex-girlfriend worked at Roma Chippy, lovely Chippy. Roma's I don't know if he's called Roma, but everyone calls him Roma because that's the name of the Chippy. He's a great guy. I think he's like Italian or something, so he's like really passionate about food. And you know, if you've got like dairy, if you've got allergies like celiac, he'll do you like celiac fish with no batter, with the no gluten batter. And he even said, because I'm allergic to dairy, he even said, bring in your own cheese and I'll make you a dairy-free pizza with your cheese that you bring in. So I was like, oh, you know, he's a really great guy. I don't go enough because I don't live near anymore, but it was basically every Wednesday night was get a bottle of whiskey and a 14-inch calzone from Roma. Me and my ex-girlfriend would sit and get drunk and eat lots of pizza and watch bad horror movies and stuff. Great times. So these are new apartments here. Awful looking things. I mean, they look like they should be in like California or something. They're not great. I don't like new builds though. I never like new builds. It's not keeping with the village's rustic aesthetic. And then there's like a care home here that's been put out. That's a nice building actually. That looks like a medical building though, if you know what I mean. So, they're for sale or let. That one's for sale, and that one's for let. You have to pay for parking there, so you can get an apartment but not parking. God, I must look like a crazy person talking to myself like this. Right. Yeah, so this is like a care home for like elderly, crazy people. My fiance, my partner, not an ex-partner, she's my current partner. She worked with a guy in there. He's a lovely old guy, completely mad. But every time we drive past and he's outside, he'll like come up to the car and try to roll the window down. So he's great. I was going to say his name, but I can't say his name. Yeah. I only know his first name. Oh, go on, Natalie. There's Natalie there. She lives near my mum's. She lives near my mum and dad's. Lovely person. She works at the Tesco. There's a big Tesco down there. Down there's a big Tesco. Like, everyone works there at some point as well. One of our major employers is Middlebrook. Biggest retail park in the UK. Biggest outdoor retail park. It's massive. It's like a couple square miles. It's like 1.5 to 2 square miles. It's ridiculously big. I don't know what happened there. It seems that the bus stop's just been ripped down. I guess by Storm Kathleen maybe. But that bus stop's always getting, because it's a glass bus stop, so it's always getting smashed up. People with kids come with hammers and smash it up. I've seen them. I don't know what's wrong with kids, man. I mean, I was a crazy little kid, but I never smashed it. I mean, I set fire to bins and stuff, but like, they were smashed up a friggin' bus stop. I don't know. I can't say anything. I was a little bastard, but specifically carrying a hammer to smash up a bus stop is a bit insane. So I don't know if you can see there. That's the Reebok Stadium. The Tough Sheet Stadium. Sorry, everyone still calls it the Reebok because it was Reebok for so long, and then Bolton Wanderers got a bit crap, and Bolton Wanderers were in the Premier League, and then within my lifetime here, 20 years here, they went a bit crap. Unfortunately, they're like League 2 now. Awful. Down there with what was crawling. Bolton Wanderers were great. Really good at one point. There's a statue. I mean, I remember Lofty the Lion would come visit at school. I hate mascots though, so I was a bit terrified. A bit shit scared. Didn't like him. Everyone loves a mascot. I don't know. Yeah, so this is the house. Yeah, obviously Range Rover in the drive. It looks like something from like Miami or something. I wouldn't be surprised if they got a wood-fired pizza oven in the backyard that they don't use. I don't know if this is going to be glary because this is not an assisted living, but it's like basically a block of flats where lots of old people live, crazy people. I don't know if I can say crazy people? I know, I'm crazy, so I'm literally like, I'm on so many drugs for being crazy that I can call other people crazy, I think. So it's Greenbank. It's getting done up at the minute. It's always getting done up though. It's fucking scaffolding on it every couple of years. Lots of old people live there. One of them had birds for a bit. I don't know if they died or they got rid of the birds. They just couldn't handle them anymore. But they had birds, and they had a sort of balcony bit that they caged off, and they would release all these like budgies into this outdoor bit, and it'd be great. You could watch them. It's wonderful. I don't know if they've got them anymore. So these just sort of went up a few years ago. Got avocado and Nick's. I've never been in a Nick's restaurant or avocado, but there's loads of people outside them all the time, especially at night and lunchtime. So it must be good. It's in some way, but it's expensive. Oh, Christ! Look like a mad bastard. I do. So, coming up on what used to be a pub. There was a pub here, and then it got condemned, knocked down, and turned into flats, masonettes, over a few shops. So there's Green Arches, Subway, Bernardo's, and Co-op. I once got approached by a plainclothes police officer for taking pictures of the Co-op because they've been robbed a couple of times, and he said, what are you doing? Taking pictures of the co-op. You know, it looks suspicious. Well, you know, I need to look at the pictures. And I was like, you can't look at the pictures. They're film. Why would I case a joint with film? And he was like, oh, yeah, good point. So, you know, he was definitely an undercover plainclothes police officer, because he had the black cargo pants, and he obviously had a stab vest on under his hoodie. It was bulging out, and he had like a lanyard with keys on and stuff. So obviously, you could spot a stab vest from miles away if they don't wear them properly. It's funny. Just I'm tired. I'm talking all the time. So this is Lee's and Kay's hot chicken. Never been in there. Lee's looks a bit dingy. I'm sure it's fine, but it just always looks a bit dark. I don't like dark places because I don't know what they're doing. If you can't see the food well, are you cooking it well? No, I'm sure it's fine. Don't want to disparage anything. So this is running with Chippy here. He usually goes away for a couple of weeks at a time every so often. Yeah. So he's back open tomorrow. Yeah, it's good in there. So he does lots of allergy stuff. If you've got an allergy, he'll cover it. So, you know, celiac or dairy or nuts or whatever. He makes his own pickled chilies that are really good. They're really good pickled chilies. I'd always ask for I'd ask for like a big container of them, and it would cost like £2.50. But man, I just destroy them by themselves, or in a kebab. You know, when you've had a bit of a night out, maybe you smoke weed, so you got bad munchies, and like, you know, you've had like quite a few cans of lager, so your belly's like, come on, give me something. Man, his kebabs are so good with the pickled chilies in. I'm hungry now. So this is A&A News here. Off license. Sponsored by Sun. Boo. If you're a Scouser, like the video. Boo. This Horwich Dental Care Centre. Obviously the logo is the Pike of Irvington Pike. And there's like a physiotherapy place as well. There's a physiotherapy place down there as well that I went to when I got run over. It was just my leg and my foot, but still, I had to go get physiotherapy. It was really awkward because, you know what it's like to get like a sports massage. The guy was like, my wife was there, my partner was there, and he was really attractive as well. So it was really awkward, him just like giving me a massage in front of my wife. It was very strange. It was good though. Would recommend a sports massage. Oop. So my partner's just messaged. She's a nurse. She just started as a nurse. She just qualified last year. Started as a nurse this year, finally. And she's just finally been spat on. She's just been spat on for the first time. You get spat on as a nurse all the time. You're trying to wrangle, but she's not got. She hasn't got training to do grip and handling and stuff. But she will do soon. But I'm guessing someone just spat on her. She said no to something, because when she's in nurse mode, she's strict as hell. She's very good. So I'm guessing someone wanted to go outside for a smoke, and she said no, as usual. Because you're not allowed to smoke in anywhere near NHS buildings anymore. And if you're an NHS patient, I don't think you're allowed to smoke at all. So if you're in a psych ward, you're not allowed to smoke, which is pretty bad. It's obviously it's good for health reasons, but as someone who's been on a psych ward and smoked, I can't imagine going through being basically locked up and not being able to smoke cigarettes. Can't imagine that. It's got to be the suckiest thing in the world. She must be on break. She comes home at 9. She's doing 1 till 9. So 8 hour shift? Yeah, no, I don't fucking know. I'm guessing. I'm not very good at maths. I'm terrible at math. There's a school that I went to. I mean, I didn't go to that school. I went to a school that was knocked down and made into that. Lots of friends went to the school before the school, so it's been knocked down twice and rebuilt twice. So it was on the other side of the road, got knocked down, moved to the other side of the road, and then got knocked down and rebuilt again. Pretty crazy. I guess they just have a lot of money for it. It's a pretty good school. Not so great special needs unit, as in they didn't have a special needs unit. You just had you had to go into class and I mean, this was 20 years ago, so there wasn't as much support for special needs people back then. Even 10 years ago is pretty bad. 20 years ago, they just sort of what's autism? 20 years ago, I'm old. So at year 6 it started to get better, but then I went to, there's a school over there, over in that direction that I went to, my high school, and they had an actual unit for special needs people. So I tried to go in normal classes, and basically I've only been diagnosed with psychosis and paranoid psychosis and stuff like that. But I obviously had that back then, so I was an awful kid. So they put me in a special unit straight away, and it was good. It was a good support unit. So you probably can't hear me right now. Oh my god. Whoa. So yeah, it was pretty good. They only allowed me to do 5 GCSEs, where everyone else in school had 11. But you get what you're given. Not like GCSEs help when you're a photographer. So this is the 5G mask that everyone thinks is giving them cancer. Just check what's running here. So this is the 5G mask that everyone thinks is giving them cancer. It's been vandalised and almost set on fire and stuff like that. People are coming Scorp. This is one of the taggers we have. They're not great tags. They could be a bit more artistic, but I like tags, and I like seeing graffiti and tags. This is a bit of self-expression, expressionism and doing what you want. I did graffiti as a kid. I drew on stuff and stuff like that. I mean, there's a bar slash restaurant slash thing in Manchester called Bunny Jackson's, and you're basically encouraged to write your name on the wall in the bathroom. So I wrote my Instagram handle in one of the stalls. I wrote with a marker, because it's full of graffiti and stuff, and everyone signed their names on the toilet walls and stuff. So it looks really good. I recommend Bunny Jackson's if you're in Manchester, especially if you're new to Manchester. It's like a state. It's like a really good restaurant to go to if you don't know, not a restaurant but a bar that serves wings. It's a really good place to go if you don't know the place. You just need food. Because they just do chips and wings and burgers, and they're really good and simple. And the beer's not expensive. It's £5 a pint for their 4% lager beer stuff, whereas you're paying £6 or £7 a pint in other places. I don't know how they do it, but it's really good. Bunny Jackson's, brilliant place. I got my AirPod thing in a minute, and I'm just listening to random songs. I just got unrecommended, and it's just gone mental. It's got country rock on it at the minute. I hate country rock. So in here, there was a fire in here, and it was entered by police and fire, and they found a cannabis farm, found a weed farm. Just Italianos, that's a good place. They do some really good pasta there. I'm getting looks, man. People are looking at me jogging. Oh. So there's Paul's pasty shop over there. That's a great pasty shop. I don't know if they bake them on site, but they are really good pasties. Not really thin pastry, but quite thin, so you get a lot of filling. They're more. I mean, really, it's one of those pasties where you got to put it in a bowl with some red cabbage and some gravy, and eat it with a spoon. It's not really one of those ones that you eat with your hands, but they are really good. So they're Paul's pasties. It's cheap as well. There's A1 fish shop, fish and chip shop. They only take cash, so God knows what's going on there. No, it's good fish and chips there, good puddings and battered sausage and stuff. This was crazy. This was crazy when this opened. Chester's Chicken. I order from there a lot. Well, I can afford it. Chester's. I'll show you. Just get past this bus stop. Chester's Chicken there. Really good chicken. My friend described it as dry, which is true because we were celebrating and we were a little bit drunk and stuff. And so I ordered the fried chicken for him, and I forgot to order any sauce. And he was like, "It's dry as hell." I was like, "Shit." I didn't get any sauce. They do a curry. They do a barbecue sauce mixed with curry that's really good. It's weird, but it's really good. Curry sauce and barbecue sauce really works together, actually, strangely. This was crazy when Domino's opened. We order from there sometimes. Domino's is expensive though. Unless you pick up, it's quite expensive. And it's very doughy. There's a lot of bread going on in Domino's. Good toppings. Get a vegetable pizza from there when you're feeling a bit more light, or I think they did a cheeseburger pizza for a bit. That was amazing. A cheeseburger pizza. Who'd have thunk? It's really funny. So that used to be Booze Buster or something. Whatever it's called. I can't remember the name. It's now a flat and a potential shop. It was sat there for about 6 years without anything done to it, and then somebody bought it obviously and tuned it up. So this is Kildare House here. This is one of two doctor's surgeries in Harwich. You don't get much choice in Harwich. Plenty's better than Kildare. Kildare is a bit crap, especially the pharmacy. But yeah, it'll do. It'll do. This is one of many nail bars there. It's lots of nail places and beauty places, and there's two wedding dress shops, which is strange. They're directly opposite each other, a different company, each one a different company. Very strange. How many wedding dress shops do you need? I think one's enough, isn't it? That's the RMI Club, Harwich RMI Club. It's flat roof pub, you know. No, it's alright. I think you can get a membership and it reduces the price of beer a bit. So you pay a certain amount a year and then it reduces the amount of beer. You can get so many beers for so cheap. Yeah, You don't have to have a membership to go in there, but it helps. The only 2 times I've ever actually tried to go in was with my mate Connor, and both times there was a funeral. so I've never actually been in because I don't know, it didn't really appeal to me. I prefer old man pubs, not like standard pubs, you know. For a pub where like dogs and old men sort of sit and talk about how women's football is crap. Not that women's football is crap, it's just what they say. I love women's football better than men's football. I don't fall down as much. It's funny. Women are tough as hell. These men's football, so pussies, man. So that's our World War II and World War One memorial there. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Oh, someone's getting a ticket. Looks like 2 people are getting a ticket. Brilliant. Nice. Some terrible parking. In a bike lane and on double yellows. Nice one. Tell you, people hate these guys, but they're doing God's work. Dickheads parking like that. Especially because I'm a cyclist. You come across a car on a cycle lane, it's like, just fuck off. Get out of here. Now I got to go in the middle of the road or on the pavement. I never go in the middle of the road. Not one of those cyclists who goes in the middle of the road. I know it's safe in the middle of the road, but I don't want to get beeped at. So when I did Hadrian's Wall, I did is it the A1? No, A9? I don't know. Across Hadrian's Wall. Everyone was so courteous there. It was weird. You know, driving around Harwich and Bolton, and riding and Chorley and stuff. People can be really rude when you're on a bike. But up in Scotland, on the border of Scotland, it's actually really nice. I guess there's a lot of cyclists doing that a bit. I guess. It took me 3 or 4 days because I was cycling, but my partner and her friends were walking. I was sort of like the advanced party because at that point my knees were really bad, and any sort of impact on my knees really hurt. And I found cycling easier than walking, so I cycled it. I did a risk assessment because it was for a guides thing. It's funny. I had to do a risk assessment and they were like, you're going to have to wear knee pads and elbow pads. I was like, fuck off, no way. I'm wearing knee pads and elbow pads. I'll wear a helmet, yeah. Obviously I'll wear a helmet, but not wearing knee pads. I haven't worn knee pads and elbow pads since I did skateboarding as a kid. It's funny. Yeah, I've always been a cyclist. I took a couple years break, but I basically cycled everywhere as a kid and a teenager. Always on my bike. It was great fun. You know when you get a good bike as a teenager, it just opens up a whole world to you. It's like, go anywhere. Brilliant. I haven't found anything to photograph. There's not been many. This has just sort of been a walk. It's not really been a photo walk. There's Aldi, another big employer. Again, I think everyone works at Aldi at least at one point if you live in Harwich. They're pretty good though, Aldi, for employing. I think they give a good wage and then it increases and then you can become a manager, which is like a really good wage actually. It's like almost £2,000 a month, I think, something like that. But before taxes and stuff, so you get like, you get a good £1,400, which is still not a lot in this economy. But I mean, it's the amount that my partner will get for working as a nurse, and they get spit on it every day. All you gotta do at Aldi is stock shelves. Was messed up. So yeah, there's a bridal shop there. And then near all these adverts are here. There's a bride shop there as well. Oh, there's another traffic warden. Another Womble. They've been walking this beat for all day, man. They were out here at like, I don't know, 1 or 2 o'clock when I was out here, and it's now 5 o'clock. That's insane. But you don't even get paid that much. I could do that though. I love being a dickhead to people. So. Oh, where's my car? Ah, it's impounded. Fuck you. Ha ha. Dream job though. Getting assholes to come up and. So it used to be Gracie Barra Jiu-Jitsu, and now it's React Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It used to be like a place with a bouncy castle and loads of climbing equipment, but it got shut down because it was like so unsafe. There's a wine shop coming up here. There's good whiskies and stuff in here. I'm tired now. So I've already walked. I've walked from one end of Horwich to the other and then back basically. So, I'm not gonna fit in there. You're in a Range Rover, mate. You're on the double yellows. Can't park there, mate. So yeah, it's T right. Lots of fantastic whiskies, wines, and beers in there. But I mean, they're not cheap, but they're all like fucking designer beers and whiskies. So they're not going to be cheap, are they? I mean, no matter where you get them. My ex-girlfriend's dad used to go there. One of my ex-girlfriends. Many ex-girlfriends. One of my ex-girlfriend's dads used to go there for whiskey, and he'd bring back a bottle of whiskey, and then we'd half finish it off, all three of us. Yeah, few drams each, and then he'd get talking about Dungeons and Dragons in the 80s. Brilliant stuff. So this is a bit of a boring part of Horwich. It's just houses, an old church, or sort of old church, and a newer church. I think, is it Methodist Church? I don't know. We'll see when we walk past. This guy's trying to park. Oh, is he going to do it? Nice, slick, beautiful. In there, like a glove. Oh, just correct him. Don't get up on the curb. Oh. There's a battery and tyre replacement place here. It's a mechanic. I don't know. Been once. It wasn't very friendly, but don't know. Mechanics aren't friendly there. The only friendly mechanic I've ever known was my granddad, Peter. He was a lovely bloke. I think because I have to deal with idiots all day. My dad's a mechanic and he says you could do it for cheaper. Fuck. I've worked as a mechanic before as well, so. Yeah, I've worked as a mechanic for a few months and people are dickheads, so of course you're going to be unfriendly. My dad's a mechanic, he says you could do it cheaper. Well, take it to your dad then. Let your dad do it. Don't try and swizz us. So it's a sort of older church. It's not massively older, but it's still. And spiritualist church. Sorry. So this one's sort of mediums and spirit boxes and pretty much crazy stuff. No offence, but mediums are a bit of a rip-off. I'm feeling an R. Robert! Oh my god, it's Robert! Yes, Robert. He has hair. Look at that Amazon package just left there. Could nick that. Should really knock on that door, but I don't know. I'm not an Amazon driver, so. Fuck Amazon drivers, man. My dad works at Amazon. He says they're a pain in the ass. Like, my dad's worked My dad has worked as a manager at a lot of companies that have delivery vans, and the only thing he ever comes home and complains about is delivery drivers. He's like, oh god, this is a pain in the ass. So, oh, they're saying this and they want to do this, oh, that. But, this one's lazy and this one, yeah, it's funny. How long is this video? Oh, 40 minutes. I'm losing battery as well. We're almost there. Don't die on me now, GoPro. We're almost at the other side of Harwich. I have to run. Yeah, so yeah, good over goes. Right, there's a off license coming up here. Oh god, hello cat. This off license is just being built. I don't know, it's not open yet. It's probably be open soon. It'll die. It's going to start flashing soon, and then it's going to die. I should really walk Lee Lane as well. Actually, show you all that, but can't be bothered. That's terrifying. Hate that. Good thing I'm not on mushrooms right now. That would make me freak out. It's alright, it'll be fine. 40 minutes is taking me across Harwich. I think that's a record, it used to take me 50. Must be going quite fast. So it's off license. Prime food. Prime food. Yes sir, just prime food. Right, I'm almost at the end of Harwich now. And then we'll call it quits. So there's Crown Tackle and Bait over there. Used to be a bait shop. It's now, I think, a vape shop. It's either a vape shop or it's completely closed. A nice restaurant here. Never been in. It's supposed to be good though. But yeah, I think it's Italian. That's what they do. It's nice enough. And then there's the Crown. The Crown. Classic. Brilliant pub. Nice outdoor seating and all that. There's the beers. Rough, that one. I shouted at a couple of times out there. Yeah, now we're at the end of Harwich. I mean, over there's the end of Harwich, but who can be bothered? Right. Thanks for watching. I hope this video's come out. I really do. Put you as close to my voice as possible, so let's try. Let's see, hopefully the noise reduction helps. Yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.